This isn't wet grass. Does grass have to be wet to get grass stains? Just out here for science. I'm usually a neat freak, surprise, surprise. So me getting these intentionally dirty is really making me sad. Who does this? Spring and summer comes with plenty of fun activities like picnics and baseball, and also grass stains. Here's a winning play to remove grass stains. I live by this stuff. This is always in my backpack, just in case there's a little accident, which is usually coffee, which I'm spilling on myself, but I'm so accident prone. Oh, maybe I should get this. Oh. I can't even move. Iced tea mishap, leaked from the lid, got me. I need some oxygen boosting stain remover for when things get serious and the stains are potent. Can a stain be potent? To test stains, we must get stuff to get stained. But I don't have the size I want, so we're gonna go with big and oversized. I just out of instinct got the expensive towels. I'm like, if we're treating stains, let's just go for the more affordable line and not waste the nice stuff. But we're gonna clean it up, so it doesn't really matter, I guess. There's normal laundry detergent, and then there's enzyme detergent, and that's what we need. You can find many varieties online, or if you're in store, just check the labels and make sure it says enzyme detergent. Just gonna add a little bit to a small bowl. Pre-treat those stains by rubbing on a little bit of that detergent. Now, your grass stains are probably not gonna be this bad. This case is a little extreme. Got dirt all over this too. I had too much fun getting grass stains. I was thinking of the perfect place to get grass stains, and the first thing to come to mind was sliding in baseball. Well, I guess you slide in the dirt, but I was an outfielder as a little kid, and I was out in the grass. They put me in the back. This is a beautiful baseball field on a beautiful day. Makes me want to rejoin my softball team. This isn't wet grass. Does grass have to be wet to get grass stains? It worked! Oh my God, that's so sad. Oh. I swear I can clean it. Who does this? If you have a more delicate fabric, just pour some detergent right on the stain, rub it in with your finger or a small towel. Enzyme detergent's gonna be really great at breaking organic stains down, like grass. If you don't have an enzyme detergent on deck, another alternative is DWV, baby. Dilute equal parts of distilled white vinegar with just some basic water. I like to apply this with a spray bottle, but you can also do this as a soak. And I like to really saturate those stains. Try to let that vinegar soak for about 30 minutes before washing. Both options should be safe to use on many different types of fabric and colors. But always check your clothing's care tag and follow the directions for the product you're using. Oh no, I shouldn't have wore white shoes. Look, I got grass on. Evil grass. Okay. Nothing but AstroTurf for me from now on. Nothing better than doing it live out in the field. A literal field. I'm glad this park is absolutely empty. Everybody in the pool? An oxygen laundry booster can be really helpful when washing. Pour one out for Billy. No cap, this stuff works great. Bubble, bubble, toil and trouble.
It is double, double, toil and trouble.
Now that worked pretty well, but a few stains may persist. Before you dry it, go ahead and pre-treat them again and run it through another washing cycle. There's supposed to be an afternoon game today. Maybe I'm early. Nobody's out here. Except for that dude over there rubbing hands in the grass? Cooking is a messy job, especially when it comes to grease and those splashes and splatters. Ah, it's popping! Look out, grease stains. This is exactly why I usually make bacon in the oven. Bacon's delicious, but it's greasy. That's what makes it delicious, actually. Here's a lightning way to get rid of those grease stains. Grease lightning, anyone? So my intention was to get like the greasiest, messiest food possible. I couldn't pass up the salad, so that's not messy. But wings, totally messy, not necessarily greasy. I opted to not do the fries or the nachos today. Those are good. And of course I had to wear white today. Today's about making stains and cleaning them up. Oils and grease can be some of the toughest things to get out of clothing, so it's best to act fast and not let that stain set in. If that stain's a freshie, blot up any excess that you can. If the stain is on something like a shirt, I like to add foil or parchment in between so that stain doesn't transfer to the other side. There are two methods here to help soak up that oil: baking soda or salt. You can be a little generous here. Good thing this stuff is cheap. Option 2, and pepper to taste. Just kidding. Now, if it's a lot of grease, you'll want this to sit overnight. Set-in oil stains like on this shirt can be a little tougher. I have a constellation of grease stains on my shirt. But good old dish soap is made to break down oils and grease. A little dab will do ya. Oh, it's dripping. Ah! You only need a little because soap shouldn't go in the washing machine. Yabba dabba do. Pre-treat by letting this sit for a few minutes, then right into the laundry machine to wash like normal. Tick, 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 ding. Now we can gently brush this off. Yes, 24 hours later, I am wearing the same shirt. Movie magic, people. I'm gonna need your help to get rid of this stain today. Can you help? Stain time, stain time, stain time. Here's a clue. Pre-treat with good old dish soap. Now gently wash this under the sink. Down where it's better, down where it's wetter, under the sink. Oh my gosh, it's like gone. And just like that, that stain is down the drain. So good. I was testing the limits today. Usually when I wear white, it's like a clear liquids only kind of situation. And iced tea mishap, leaked from the lid, got me. I thought I was safe because of the lid and I got. This is one of my favorite places, just chilling in the lawn, getting some sun. I really wish I could play golf. I have the ambition to play golf. Well, not really the ambition. I would love to know how to play golf. I'm just not very good at it, and I don't have the patience. I was gonna hit up the, what is that? The driving range, but looks kind of full, and they look like they're actually good at it. I didn't want to get out there like a fool swinging the club around. I'm actually on a mission. Now, this is probably like one of the most awkward things I've had to do, but I'm in search for blood. I wanted to save this for Halloween, but I'm trying to get methods to get blood stains out, but I need blood to do so, so I'm waiting on a phone call back. So if we get the phone call, we will go on the secret mission to get what we need. Theatrical effects aside, real blood can be real tough to clean up. Here's some methods to clean up blood stains. Let's get down to business. I'm using a plastic bag on this pillowcase so any stain doesn't seep through. I love restocking days at Target, meaning I love when I get to restock. We actually caught them on restocking day, and I'm restocking my pantry and cabinets and whatnot. I love restocking day because all the products are full. All right, I need some Band-Aids. I had a little mishap the other day. I stubbed my toe, and I looked down, and my toe was gushing blood. There's no way I can pass these up. Lightyear and Grogu. Honestly, I need them. And they're buy 3, get 1 free. Okay, we're just getting these for fun. I'll get grown-up adult Band-Aids, but I also want Star Wars Band-Aids. Small variety pack, some Neosporin, we good. Oh, this is so cool. Look at this cute little tin. Quick fix to go first aid kit. Hydrogen peroxide, can never have enough of this stuff. Use it all the time. Hydrogen peroxide is gonna be one of the most effective things for blood stains. Just dab onto the stain. You should see it react right away, lifting up that stain. Or add some of that hydrogen peroxide to a small spray bottle. Now this has a mild bleaching property, so be careful with fabrics with color. You might want to test the small corner to see how it reacts. If it's fresh, dabbing should lift most of that stain right out. Rinse under cold water. You may have to spray, dab, and rinse a few times for larger stains. I feel like pillowcases are notorious for getting stained. I had a stunt of bloody noses and ran through some pillows back in my bare knuckle boxing days. No, not really. My Fight Club era. Oh, I talked about it, dang it. For set-in stains or any remaining stains, pre-treat with an enzyme detergent or stain remover. An enzyme-based detergent or stain remover may work better, especially if you're concerned with the color of the fabric instead of hydrogen peroxide. Now this can go into a regular wash cycle. An oxygen stain remover works for those set-in blood stains as well. Prepare a soak with some warm water. For larger items, you can even do this in a sink or a bathtub. You can let the item sit up to overnight and then wash as required. Before drying, check for any remaining stain. If anything persists, go ahead and pre-treat and wash again. Clean again. Gone as any trace, finally clean. Cinnamon roll, funny bunny. Okay, banana cream pie it is. Little info about me. I really can't have dairy. I cheat on cheese sometimes. I cheat with cheese, however you would say that. But this is a vegan spot. They've got all vegan treats and they do ice cream. It's all the deliciousness without some of the repercussions. It's very personal. It's really good. I love chocolate and banana, but they said the vanilla was good too, so I got swirl. And they just put a bunch of toppings in it, and it's delightful. Can't beat an ice cream stop. This This is no way to make a sundae. Chocolate has a sneaky way of getting everywhere, and I have the nieces and nephews to prove it. Here's how to get chocolate stains out of fabric. First rule of stains is act quickly. Once they set in, they're harder to remove. Luckily, most chocolate will solidify, so you should be able to scoop large chunks of it right off. Do your best to minimize spreading the stain. Ooh, chocolate, you're a tricky beast. There's chocolate everywhere. This is my nightmare. We shall see how this goes. I'm looking for a chocolate shop in this little plaza. 102. We're looking for 102. 104. 103. There's a door there? Oh, yeah. Gently rinse any of that excess under cold water. Cold water will help prevent that chocolate from seeping into the fibers. This rug was really bad. I really made a mess. Get in between those fibers if you have to. A little cold water should do the trick to get most of that chocolate out. Now we're gonna pre-treat with a little bit of laundry detergent. Apply that to wherever you see stain. Don't scrub too hard, you just wanna cover it with the detergent. Now just hope and pray. Just kidding. This is the solution to get all that chocolate out. I was hoping to maybe taste a couple chocolates and buy some.
Yeah.
If that's possible.
Yeah. Let me grab a plate and we'll get you some samples.
Sounds good, I'd love some samples. Look at this, our own little private chocolate showing. Oh, those are cool. Little shells full of, is that ganache or like a mousse or something? A ganache? Mmm, they look so good.
So this is coconut dipped in chocolate and they're pretty fantastic.
Ooh, those look great too. Nice and shiny.
Yeah.
This is so fun.
That's the super dark and
Super
that's the
dark.
raspberry.
I love raspberry and chocolate. So good. I got chocolate everywhere. I'm a messy guy with chocolate. I just keep eating. Chocolate contains a lot of fat and oils, so a standard dish soap is awesome to pre-treat as well. Let this sit for 30 minutes and then right into the wash. If that chocolate stain is set in, do a soak with vinegar and water for about 30 minutes before the wash. If that chocolate's on a surface that can't go in the washing machine, just do a little soap and water or detergent and water and blot with a towel. And rinse with clean water and a clean rag. Nice. Chocolate's gone. Now that's the golden ticket.
So you can see, this is Dominican cacao. It's 20 to 22% fat. Most cacao powder is going to be 12%, and then that's what it looks like.
Look at that.
This is the raspberry in the dehydrator. These go 24 hours.
This would be my jam right here.
The barriers actually are for my truffle making. First, you cut it into
The lines,
the
yeah.
sticks into the logs, and then you go.
So you just roll that to create the truffles out of little square pieces.
This is my favorite. This is my favorite.
The textures are nuts. So nice. Sue, you're treating us too well. Thank you. Cheers.